our first day in Disneyland. Welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah Rachel, and these are my parents, Roger and Lisa, and this is our first time to Disneyland in 18 years, so come along on this adventure with us. All right, so we're here in the park.
18 years. 18 years it's been. I'm not carrying her around this time.
Yeah, it's a touch rainy. We got our Lightning Lane reservation for Indiana Jones, which was like our #1 thing. Now we're gonna turn the corner and see the castle. So, I mean, I obviously know what it looks like, but I can't wait for that feeling of like being underwhelmed because I'm used to the Florida castle, but I'm so excited to be here. It's so cute, like it feels really classic. Okay, our trip to the castle was waylaid because shopping. So far, there's a lot of stuff here that they have in Disney World, but the new Oswald collection is pretty cool. Okay, this might be a must purchase. It's Goofy and it says Disneyland on it. I'm obsessed. And there she is. You can barely see her, but she's right there. Oh my gosh, that is wild, like how truly underwhelming. I mean, Walt learned a lot, obviously, when he then went on to build Florida, but it's wild. You can barely see it. Hello again. We are under the umbrellas of, I think this is the Plaza restaurant to our left. Just hiding. The rain got a little heavier than we had anticipated, but it's fine because in Disneyland, apparently, even when the park's been open almost 30 minutes, the waits aren't insane like in Disney World. So we've got a little bit of time. Our first Lightning Lane of the day is the Indiana Jones ride. I think I said that in the last clip, but that's at 9:15. So we're gonna try and maybe ride a couple things or one thing before then, and then we're gonna see how this Genie Plus goes, so I can make this vlog a bit of a review of that. But we have now hit every gift shop on Main Street.
Yes, we have, and bought nothing.
We bought nothing, which is great. Did you see anything you like?
Just the earrings, but they haven't been Disney World.
I saw one thing that I think she should purchase.
Oh, the Stitch Spirit jersey. If I liked Spirit jerseys.
If you follow the vlog, my Instagram, or my podcast, you know that my mom is a huge Stitch fan. And Stitch very rarely gets like good merch. I feel like his merch is always kind of like him looking crazy.
Yeah.
And this Spirit jersey is so cute of him playing like a little guitar. A ukulele, I would imagine, yeah. But yeah. That's it so far. I got some Starbies.
This is her
DVC discounts work at Starbucks here. Maybe I've just never asked in Disney World, but like, I don't think they do there. So far, I'm really liking it here in Disneyland, I'll be honest, the rain aside.
Yeah, but it's going away soon.
Yeah.
A few minutes. Somebody swiped the castle. I mean, sad that. All right, we got
It's this way. Your room is pretty. I'm not going in, but it's pretty.
Yes, this does remind me a little bit more of Paris, doesn't it, Roger?
A little bit, yeah. I would agree.
It's time for the Haunted Mansion. We just rode Haunted Mansion. It was literally no wait, which is unheard of. Now we're gonna go ride Pirates, which I also think is either like 5 minutes or no wait. Like this is absolutely wild. We're gonna ride theoretically 3 rides before, like we've been here an hour, and we spent the first 30 minutes of that hour in gift shops because it was raining. So stay tuned. Okay, so where I last left you, we were in Disneyland and it was raining, or I had just written something. It has now been like 6 hours since that video. Let me do some explanation. Okay, so basically I forgot to bring all of my backup batteries and this battery was dying really fast, so I was like, oh, I'm just gonna save it and film a few clips here and there. But we were able to ride so many rides so quickly in a row, I just didn't have time to videotape. We rode 5 rides in the span of 2 hours, under 2 hours. We do have Genie Plus, which helped a lot, but that is just like, as a Walt Disney World like regular, that is wild to me. They could never. So we did that. We got lunch, we went to Toontown, I got to see Goofy in my special outfit. I have changed. The sun is now out and we are going to DCA for the Food and Wine Festival to get some snacks, and then we are gonna end up going back to Disneyland to just like close out our evening. We want to see the fireworks and some other stuff. I'm really challenging the lighting sensor on this baby walking down these stairs. And I have to say the food has been insane, so I cannot wait to try the Food and Wine Festival. Let's go. Hey, what did we get, Mom?
Food.
We got our Sip and Savor passes. So it's time to eat. I'm so hungry. This is the Food and Wine Festival for Disney's California Adventure. I'm so excited to see how it compares to the other Walt Disney World events, but the food has always looked so good. Okay, our first food item and our first cocktail has been acquired. It's already partly eaten. This is the burrata toast. It was very good. Nice big portion of burrata. I do think, and my mom and I agree on this, if the burrata had been warmed a little, it was very cold because I'm sure they keep it in a fridge already prepped. It had just been a little bit softer, it would have been better. This is the Flowers and Bees, which is a gin elderflower drink. If you know me, you know I love gin. You know I love elderflower. So match made in heaven. It's also a pretty decent, this is my head, I have a big head. This is a decent sized drink too for $16, which is expensive, but in California, I've paid more at other bars. We have gotten another food item. This is from Garlic Kiss. It's the sirloin with mashed potatoes and I'm assuming a garlic chimichurri. Yes, a black garlic chimichurri. It's so good. Out of 5 Mickey heads, what do you give it?
4.5.
4.5 Mickey heads. That's good. What do you give the gin elderflower cocktail?
Same thing. 4.5.
Out of 5, 4.5.
I got a spoon.
Very consistent with our ranking here. I also give it 4.5. The cocktail's 5 out of 5 in my opinion. Ooh, Lisa just came back with another treat. What did you get?
I got the garlic mac and cheese.
Ooh. Okay, we got more food because of course we did. We also got more drinks because we're fun like that. So here's the remnants of my honey habanero wings from Cluck-a-Doodle Moo. Out of 5, 4.75. I don't know, I'm so hesitant to give things perfect scores, but these were really good. There were 4 big wings, a soft heat with a little bit of sweetness, like, you know what, screw it, 5 out of 5. They were really, really good. We also got cocktails. I don't know actually what's all in them, so I'm gonna send it over to Lisa.
I don't either. I'd have to look it up in the book.
All right, we have here the Chipotle Bourbon Sour. So this guy is bourbon, pineapple, and lime juices with honey syrup, chipotle sour puree, and garnished with a dried red pineapple peel. It's very good. It's like if a tiki drink had like a little kick to it. And then we've got the smoked cherry mezcal iki cocktail, which is dark rum, mezcal, cherry puree, grapefruit and lime juices, vanilla syrup, and bitters with a dried grapefruit on top. Hello. We are in our lovely room at the Candy Cane Inn, and we are so tired. It is, can I get a time check? It is 9 p.m. 9 p.m. The fireworks at Disneyland are at 9:30, and we all looked at each other at about 8:30 and went, no thank you. So we're back in our room, but that's okay because we still have, well, we only have one more night to see the fireworks because there's 2 nighttime shows here at the Disneyland Resort. There's no, that's the fireworks. Is it color? You know what, that's right. I don't go here, okay? But there's the World of Color, that's what it's called. There's World of Color at DCA, and then there's Wondrous Journey at Disneyland. And ideally we'd like to see both. If I can only choose one though, it's gonna be Wondrous Journey because I heard there's a Hunchback song in it. So we'll figure it out. The next 2 nights are also going to be a little warmer. It was getting real chilly. And that brings me to why I haven't been filming that much. It poured. It poured while we were in DCA. Not for long, but enough that it just kind of made everything damp. We like just raced from ride to ride. We got some food. Like it just got to the point where we're just like, let's just get through the stuff we want to do. I've taken lots of photos and lots of videos though, so if editing Sarah is up for it, I can put a little compilation. They're going to be vertical videos because they're on my phone, but whatever, of some of the videos and photos that I took throughout the day while I'm talking through the rest of this. But to give you a recap, I think I last left you when we were drinking and eating in DCA. We continued to do that, and then we rode Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor right after the downpour started, and the ride also broke down. So we were back there for a while. It was cute though. I liked it. Mom, what did you think?
I liked it. It was a very cute ride.
Lisa liked it too. It was adorable. And I learned a fun fact. Mother, what movie have you never seen?
I don't think I've ever seen all of Monsters Inc.
Which I don't know how, because I have, and it's not. It's not an old, it's not a new movie.
We don't have it.
But I'm just like, how would I have seen it and you never did?
You watched it on Disney Channel or something. I don't know.
Alone, apparently.
No. You might have watched it with Reed.
No, I saw Monsters Inc. like 10 years ago, probably. All right, well, we'll get to the bottom of that at a separate time. But neither of my parents have ever seen all of Monsters Inc. So it was a fun little surprise for them in the ride. And while we were in line for Monsters Inc., much to my delight, I was able to get a Web Slingers Lightning Lane. I said this earlier in the vlog. Genie Plus is some of the best money I have ever spent at these parks. Do I think it's gonna be that same sentiment in Disney World? Probably not, because I've used Genie Plus in Disney World only once and only for one park, not super fruitful. But I think if you have Park Hopper, it's good. But here especially, it's great. It is pricey if you don't book like a vacation package. To add it on every day, it's like $20 or $25. And that rate it does fluctuate based on the season. So if you're coming in peak season, be prepared to pay $25 a person per day for Genie Plus. But it does work in both parks, and since they're right across the street, you could literally just keep going back and forth to ride, you know, your lightning lanes. So I was able to get a lightning lane for Web Slingers, which made a 60-minute wait, like a 15-minute wait, or it would have been had that ride not broken down too. I guess if it rains in California, everything goes haywire. But the ride was super fun. Big shout out to my mom, who out of the 4 people in like our side of the car, or like actually really decimated. Like she had a very high score. I remember looking over at her screen after the first room and she had like double my points. Yes. It was wild. She did a really good job. We then got a little bit more food, got some waters, went over to Disneyland, rode Jungle Cruise and Pinocchio. So it was like it was a productive day. Can we tally up the rides? Haunted Mansion, Pirates, Indiana Jones, Buzz, that's 4, Matterhorn, Finding Nemo, and Roger Rabbit's Toontown Spin. So that's 7 rides just this morning. And then that's when we had a break for lunch, came back here, had a little rest. So that's 7 rides. Then we went to DCA and we rode Monsters Inc. and Web Slingers. That's 9 rides. And then we came back to Disneyland and we rode Jungle Cruise and Pinocchio, and that's even without Lightning Lane. That was just riding it. That's 9 rides. That's 11 rides. You can tell I'm very tired because I just can't do math. Editing this is going to be a treat. That's 11 rides in one day. Just to put that in perspective, if you're not a regular watcher of my blog or social media, I rode 2 rides in an entire weekend. 2 weekends in a row. When I came to visit Aaron and Erica in January, we rode 2 rides. When my mom and I came for the Princess Weekend, we rode, yeah, you guessed it, 2 rides. So to ride 11 rides in one day is wild. And to do so without really waiting in any lines. What would you guys say is the longest we waited in line today? Let's not include ride breakdowns because that's not fair.
Probably Nemo.
Yeah, it was Nemo. What would we clock that, 20, 25? Yeah, we waited 20 to 25 minutes for the Finding Nemo submarines, and that is the longest we waited all day. But again, discounting ride breakdowns, which we did have 2. So, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off on I haven't really done my fit checks, but I'll do a quick shout out. These ears are just Shop Disney, but this gorgeous pearl headband is from Enchanted Days, and it has like these little pearl Mickeys on it. I love it. My necklace is, if you watched my Run Disney Princess Weekend vlog, it's the ones that my mom and I got engraved. And then this is my Waltz Club shirt that I love from Adelaide's Fort. But yeah, that's the day. Tomorrow we start at DCA, so stay tuned. Good morning. It's day 2 at the Disneyland Resort in Anaheim, California. Another chilly day this morning. Woke up in like the mid 40s, but it should be in the 60s by 11 o'clock noon. We are headed on what I call the Great Migration because unlike Walt Disney World, most people stay off property and there's like one street that you walk down to get to the parks. And it's just like hordes of people just walking. So it is currently 7:30. Parks open at 8, and we're headed to Disney's California Adventure to ride some rides and eat some more food. So, per usual, come along. Hello again. We are at probably the nicest Disney Starbucks I've ever been to.
Yes. Oh yeah, 100%.
It's so pretty.
We should take you inside. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, we could do that a little later. It's here in Disney California Adventure. First of all, it's huge. It has its own gift shop. We stay on a Starbucks gift shop. But it's so big, it's so pretty. Lots of like wood and stained glass. It's like you're in San Francisco. Like that's the vibe that I have. I don't know, would you agree with that? San Francisco-y?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, very much so.
So the reason we're here, instead of waiting for the Cars Land area to open, so it is actually 7:46. We got into the park right around 7:30, which if you're staying at a Disneyland resort, you can just go ahead and start riding things. If you're not, they rope off areas of the park much like they do at Disney World, and you can kind of wait. And so we were gonna wait and like fight our way through for Radiator Springs Racers. And then we just went, well, I went, no, I'm not. This is like more of a once in a lifetime trip than we're used to. I say that knowing I'll be back in May, but this trip is a little different and I am very much willing to pay the price of an individual lightning lane so I don't have to stand over there for 20 minutes and I can instead get a nice iced coffee and we can people watch and have a nice little time over here. So that was so worth it to me. So we have our individual lightning lane at 8:05 for Radiator Springs Racers, and then we have our normal Genie Plus lightning lane at 8 for Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. I had initially told my parents we should go to Radiator Springs Racers first. I'm now rethinking that because if we go to Guardians first, I can just get us another lightning lane right away.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming we want that to be Soarin' if I had to throw a guess out there. This Genie Plus thing here in California is nice, is very worth it. So stay tuned, we'll have lots of new ride experiences today and I can't wait to talk about them. Alrighty, I have changed into my Avengers outfit. And yeah, so far another really productive morning. We rode Guardians Breakout and I almost threw right on up. And then we rode Radiator Springs Racers. We basically walked on with that lightning lane. Again, that's like some of the best money I have ever spent. Now we're headed to Soarin'. We did a little photo shoot as well. And now we're headed to Soarin', which is our next lightning lane. Then we're gonna try for web slingers again. And then just kind of vibe, I think. I'd like to relax a little bit. Those rides really threw me off. What did everyone think of Guardians Breakout, Dad?
I loved it.
Oh yeah.
Mom? Yeah. Okay, what did
But
everyone...
The better part was who I saw after the breakout.
Yes, I'll try and insert the clip here. It's gonna be a vertical clip. But Mom got to see Doctor Strange. If you can't see her shirt, that is her favorite.
Well, one of them.
Him and Wanda. Oh no, and Thor. I thought you liked Wanda.
I like her too.
So to see him like right at the start of our day was very big for her. I also saw a lot of characters, but I wasn't in my Avengers outfit, so we need to go back after we're done with Soren. Guys, it has been an eventful day. I feel like I'm taking content with my phone, my camera. I'm like really neglecting all of you. So this vlog might have a lot of like insert clips of things we've done. I've been putting together really cool recaps on Instagram. My Instagram's at @TheSarahRachel, so you can see some of the really neat stuff. I've been working really hard this trip on content and just like experimenting. It's time to eat though. It is almost 11 o'clock and it's time to get some treats. So we're gonna head to LA Style, which is a booth at the DCA Food and Wine Festival, to get some glazed pork belly. And then our Web Slingers Lightning Lane is actually coming up as well. But honestly, we've been doing a lot. I'm ready for some snacks before going on another ride. Who's excited for food? We've got our little passes.
Who's eating too much and needs to walk more? Me.
I haven't been eating very much. All right, so I'll show you the food when we get it. We'll keep doing our little reviews.
8 or 9.
Okay, so it's our first food of the day. The camera did not eat first. We're really hungry. So my dad and I got. Someone have the book. Thank you. Okay, so my dad and I got the glazed barbecue pork belly with teriyaki togarashi mac salad, which is stunning, by the way. It's so good. Here's a little glimpse. It's got a nice little flower there. Really like it. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5 out of 10. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5 Mickey heads because I actually love this mac salad. I didn't think I would. Dad?
4.5.
Another solid 4. I don't think he's strayed from that ranking. All right, Mom, you want to tell the people what you got?
I got the artichoke pizzetta, which had baby spinach, roasted artichokes, garlic cream cheese, and pickled onions. I'm gonna go 4 out of 5. Everything's very, very creamy, so it really could use a heavier dose of the pickled onions or something a little bit more, you know, like maybe some green olives or something like that on top to cut through the creamy.
So solid review.
Because I make pickled onions.
So that's where we're at. I'm not sure what we're gonna do next. Probably get more food. Oh, we're gonna ride Web Slingers. And then probably get more food.
Yep.
So yeah. It's really just been a pretty great day of riding rides, taking some photos, seeing a few shows, and just taking in the experience. I really liked it.
Much better, yeah.
I have no idea what my last clip was. I've been not doing well vlogging this trip, but I've been taking a ton of photos on my phone and video, so we'll see if we can make something work with that. But it's another wonderful day at the Disneyland Resort. We started at DCA. I know I did vlog that, but after we took like our little rest in the room, we then went back and we went to Disneyland, where what did we do? We rode the monorail, we did Buzz, we got to see the Magic Happens parade, which everyone was like really hyped for me to go to. It was fine. I don't know if we were in a bad spot because my problem is like I could hear the last music, so I kept hearing the Moana music even though I was seeing the Coco float. It was just a weird spot. But the Merlin guy who's all over TikTok was so good. It was really funny. And I love the Magic Happens song. We did Buzz, we did the monorail, which I think I already said. And then we went over and I got deep fried cheese on a stick. It was so good from Corn Dog Castle. We got some more little snackies from the Food and Wine Festival. We watched the first 9 minutes of, we rode Little Mermaid, and then we watched the first 9 minutes of World of Color. not our favorite. So then we skedaddled it over to Disneyland where we watched Wondrous Journeys, and I sobbed because it was so good. That is the best fireworks show I've ever seen. It was truly spectacular. And we just hung out a bit in Disneyland, got to see some of the characters, especially Goofy and Mickey in their little special 100th anniversary outfits, walked back, and now we're back in the room. We did a little bit of packing because sadly we are going back home on Sunday. So tomorrow's Saturday, it's our last full day, and I will try to do a better job of vlogging. We're going to both parks. We're starting in Disneyland, so good night. See you in the morning. Hello from our third and final day. Have I vlogged it all today?
No.
Probably not. It's been a struggle bus on the old vlogging camera, but that's okay. It'll be one episode, one vlog for the whole weekend, and I'll piece it together best I can. But it is about 1:30 on our final day. It is a Saturday, and it's hecka crowded, which is to be expected. I mean, it's spring break season. The weather is absolutely gorgeous. A little hot. Well, compared to the last couple days and like the weather we've gotten used to. It's a little crowded, but that's okay. We rode a ton of stuff this morning, which is also why I haven't been vlogging, because it's just like to and from all the different rides, and putting the vlogging camera away gets annoying. Rode some rides. We used up our little sip and savor passes at DCA, gotten some treats, and now we're going back to Disneyland to ride the train. Let's go. We made it on the train. Thank goodness. Are you excited? Are you excited for the train? She loves the train. Are you excited for the train?
Absolutely.
Are you cold?
Take those seats. This train is getting ready to depart.
This train's cool because you literally face the front. So instead of like facing forward in rows like in Walt Disney World, there's 2 rows and everyone faces outward. So that's pretty neat. You can kind of see what I'm talking about here. We got on the Main Street stop because we figured it's our first time on this train. We want to do it the right way. We'll go all the way around, and then I think it's time for a snack. So I'm hungry. And when I say snack, I mean probably those loaded potato bites that I got 2 days ago and loved.
Welcome aboard the Disneyland. For those just joining us, welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. To ensure a safe ride, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids. This is my favorite part of the trip. Around every bend, there's natural beauty as far as the eye can see. People like you have been riding on the trail since the 1800s, traveling through nature's wonderland.
It was a coal shoveler, I think.
Enjoying the train ride? What's been your favorite part?
Of the train ride?
Yes.
Sitting down.
Little napster.
Yeah, there's no carousel progress. You can take a nap. No carousel
Are you
progress.
enjoying
You gotta nap someplace.
Are you enjoying the train ride?
I am.
good.
And I didn't nap.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of...
I am also enjoying the train ride. My feet hurt so bad. And my back is killing me because I chose to pack this backpack completely full. Completely full. I still am planning on getting a snack after this commences. And when I say snack, I mean loaded potato bites. Or a baked potato, or both.
No. Absolutely not.
This is cool though. We're gonna go right through Small World, which I'm actually excited. We haven't ridden Small World.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
I firmly believe that you should ride like a Small World in every park. Like the rides that exist in every park, you should ride in every park. That, like Haunted Mansion.
On our friends just ahead of us
If that makes
to
sense.
give us permission to depart. Making students down heading towards the future to Tomorrowland Station. But you know what? We're gonna get there today.
You guys have one. Thanks for joining us on the Disneyland Railroad. For a safe ride, remember to stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids.
No.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Y bienvenidos a bordo. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
As we leave Toontown Depot, we get a real nice view of the happiest land of them all, Fantasyland. You can see people stepping onto It's a Small World just below us. And, off in the distance, majestic Matterhorn.
I think I'm gonna start rereading the Kingdom. And once again, I continue my trend of abruptly just choosing to stop filming on vacations, no outro video, no nothing. So here I am. That was in March. It is now June. As I edit my vlogs and finally catch up, I'm doing an outro for that honestly cliche but very magical March trip with my parents. So that train ride, I don't want to say it was near the end of our day, but I know we didn't have much energy left in us. I mean, again, I've said this on other vlogs, we are very much parks in the morning for a couple hours, chill at the resort pool for many hours, go back to the parks at night kind of people. We are not all day people. So when we were in Disneyland, because it had been so long since we had been there, and well, my parents don't really know when they're gonna go back. I went back in May for my birthday. I was hosted by the Candy Cane Inn, which is where we stayed on this trip, and I truly cannot recommend a resort enough. It was one of the best hotels I've ever stayed at. So you could actually see Radiator Springs, like the back of it from the hotel. That's how close it is. It's an 8-minute walk. So can't recommend that enough. I went back. I didn't film that because I was only there for 48 hours, in the parks for 48 hours, not even actually 36 more like it. And I was Reed and I's anniversary trip, my birthday trip. So I chose not to film it. I took pictures, stuff like that. So my parents didn't know when they were going to come back, and we just really wanted to be in the moment, soak up as much of the magic, do as many of the things as humanly possible. And I try to be respectful of that and like strike a balance between filming and just being in the moment. So that said, I want to end this video with some tips and tricks, highs and lows, because this was my first time to Disneyland in 18 years, and I also learned a lot comparing it to all the times I've been to Disney World. So my first tip and trick, truly stay at the Candy Cane Inn. It is absolutely amazing. I feel like I'm gonna regret saying that because I actually went to book a couple nights stay potentially for the fall, and they're completely sold out. So clearly the word is out that they are absolutely amazing, and I'm thrilled for them, but hopeful that I'll be able to get reservations in the future. So that's tip number one. Tip number two, if you are not a Disneyland regular, like if this is a big once in a lifetime, once in a few years kind of trip for you, get Genie Plus. I know it's expensive. I know that it just adds more cost to an already expensive vacation. I think it's $20 to $25 a day, and you can pre-buy it, unlike Disney World. It was so unbelievably worth it. Having Genie Plus allowed my parents and I to still take breaks midday at Disneyland without feeling like we were gonna miss anything or not get a chance to ride it. In fact, most of the big rides we got to ride twice, which was incredible, and honestly not something I experience at Disney World very often. Along the same lines, just get Park Hopper. It makes a world of difference. If you're gonna be there for like 3 days, honestly, you can do the park in a day. It's gonna be a long day, but you don't have to get it. We went to the parks, I believe we had 3 full days in the parks. We got Park Hopper and loved it because we hopped almost every single day right at 11 o'clock, which is 11 o'clock a.m., which is when you can hop in Disneyland. Again, very different from Walt Disney World. So we started our day twice at Disneyland, once at DCA, and we were hopping by about 11 a.m. You can also, they have early entry, much like Disney World, for the 3 or 4 resorts that are on Disneyland property, but also like Disney World, they let the general public in at 7:30 because the parks usually open at 8 a.m. You can get in at 7:30. What does this mean? It means that once you're in, right at the strike of 8 a.m., you can make all of your Disney Genie Plus reservations. So again, Disneyland differs from Disney World in that you have to be in the park to make reservations. You have to scan in. So the day that we went to DCA, we got there, I think like 7:30, 7:45. We had the time to get ourselves Starbucks. We didn't like go up with the big crowds or anything. We sat, we did a little photo pass shoot. We drank our coffee, and right at 8 a.m. I bought us individual Lightning Lane for Radiator Springs, made our Guardians reservation. We walked on to Guardians, and I made another one, I think for Web Slingers. And then we went right to Radiator Springs. Like by 45 minutes in, we had ridden, I think, at least 3 rides. By an hour and a half, we had done everything, the big things we wanted to do for the day. Because we had also already ridden a lot of these rides the day previous when we hopped from Disneyland, because the Genie Plus works in both parks. So we were pretty astounded by just how much we could do. And I know I talked about that earlier in the vlog, but like that is my biggest takeaway from Disneyland versus Disney World. Another big takeaway, the food, way better in Disneyland. People would say that to me all the time, and I didn't believe them because I'm like, oh, we have Epcot, we have these festivals. Like, there's no way. It's so much better. The drinks are better. They're bigger, in my opinion, at least. I don't have like factual evidence, but like the drinks at the PIM Test Kitchen alone, phenomenally good. Obviously, no drinks in Disneyland. It's a dry park, but in DCA, spectacular. Downtown Disney, however, leaves much to be desired. Like, don't expect a huge shopping extravaganza, much like, or like a bunch of bars, restaurants. They have a little bit of everything, but again, much smaller than Disney World. And it's not like, I've always said, I think you can spend a day in downtown Disney. Like, if you just want to spend the day drinking, you can do that in Disney World. You can't do that in Disneyland. Character interactions are way better. Again, this is my opinion. There's a lot more roaming characters. The joy on my mom's face when she turned the corner and Doctor Strange was just standing in Avengers Campus was, again, something you don't often get. This was first thing in the morning too, so there was no line. She literally walked right up to him. Like, it was such a cool moment, and we had several of those. I got to experience seeing Goofy in Toontown, and that was super special. And then I guess my final thing of like the big differences and like must-dos, must-haves, Wondrous Journeys, which honestly, I don't think has that much longer on the docket. I think it's just through the summer, early fall. That's the 100th anniversary fireworks, is the best fireworks show I have ever seen. And yes, I am comparing that to Wishes. Like, I cannot believe I'm saying that. It's better than Wishes and Happily Ever After. It was spectacularly good. And if you want to get the full effect, stand towards the back because the projections go all down the buildings on Main Street, probably to make up for the fact the castle is so small. But it just felt like super immersive. I cried. It was spectacular. Best thing. I would have, had I known it was that good, I think we went on the second night, I would have gone every single night. That's how great it was. It was amazing. I would fly back just for that. So yeah, the trip, I didn't, like I said, didn't do a video for the trip in May, but that was also phenomenal. We went to the Star Wars night, Disneyland After Dark. Check out my TikTok if you want to see a video of that. I'm going to be posting that soon now that I'm getting caught up on content. The big break was because I got a puppy and then changed jobs. So lots of change happening in my life. And yeah, if you have any questions about being a WDW regular and maybe planning for a Disneyland trip, I'd be happy to make a full video on that. Leave your comments down below and like and subscribe, guys. I'm really trying to make this a regular thing, and your support means the world to me. Bye.